Hey, everybody. Welcome to Joe Biden's America, where everything's made up and the facts don't matter. That's right. The facts are just like black lives to BLM. I'm Toxic Male. That's Terrence Pop.
What's up, you butt pluggers? It's time to stop thumbjacking your shit box. We're going to talk about some important shit today, and we're going to move over to alt tech here in probably 30 minutes or so.
Super chat's pending, of course.
Yeah, because
you guys are some amazingly generous mother fornicators, and we had a bunch of donations coming in on MGTOW.tv before the show even began.
Yep, and we have a guest today, a former employee of
the NSA. It stands for No Strings Attached, you know. All you red pill guys out there who like to go full monk and occasionally get yourself some pussy once in a while and not at the glory hole, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know the pussy you have to climb through the window to get and then run away.
Sounds like high school.
Well, hey, I'm just saying.
It is what it is. Oh, but before we begin, I do have some sad news.
It can't be real.
It is real. It looks painted on.
It does.
Unfortunately, we did get some bad news before the show began. Jimmy Bones let me know about this. Gilbert Gottfried, dead at 67, suffering from a long-term illness. So I'm going to raise a glass to Mr. Gottfried, and I'll probably be speaking in his voice quite a bit tonight. Mm-hmm. By request, you filthy nugs! Raise a glass to this mother fornicator. We'll miss you. I hear Benedict on the line laughing already.
Yes, indeed.
Benedict. How do you pronounce it? It's Benedict Tiberius Cato? Cato?
Benedict Tiberius Cato.
Cato. Okay, so Cato like Kung Fu Cato.
They're all heroes from history.
Yeah, I remember Cato quite well.
Yeah.
If you ever watched HBO's Rome,
Uh-huh.
Cato is the guy who always wears black.
Uh-huh.
Outstanding.
I'm remembering Cato from the Pink Panther.
Well, yeah, right. There
was a Cato in the Pink Panther?
There's the Bruce Lee. There's the Bruce Lee Cato too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Green Hornet, right?
The Green Hornet.
Yeah. We're showing our fucking age. Like it's like, hey, it's just staying here in my sleeve. Check it out.
Like in the Pink Panther, it was like an ongoing skit.
Yeah.
Cato was his personal assistant, and he told Cato to attack him at every chance to keep him sharp. So you'd have all of these. Cato, we're not doing this today, Cato. And then out of nowhere, he gets fucking attacked.
That's awesome.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's in the movies then?
Yeah.
Okay, so I must have missed that one.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen those since I was a kid, so my brain
is a running gag through all the movies.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I grew up on the cartoons, of course. I mean, everybody knows that.
I know. I got you.
It's good shit.
It's all good.
Hope everybody's having a good day today, despite the goings on.
Well, you know,
it's
never a good day when we lose a celebrity. Well, it depends upon the celebrity, but
or random acts of violence as well.
Yeah, Godfrey was pretty much a neutral, just standby kind of guy. He had a good voice, and we're gonna miss him. He burned in.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he was one of the first victims of the modern wokeness cancel culture. You can't say that. What are you talking about? This is what I do. You're taking my check. Fuck you. I've got money.
Yeah, like literally, he made some comment during the
talking duck
during the one of the tidal waves that hit Japan.
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
And they literally kicked him off of Geico. They did all kinds of stupid shit.
Affleck.
Yeah. And what we're seeing now is, when that happened, we had a small cadre of individuals like, hey, we can get people fired if we all like gang up and do the fucking complaining thing. And that was the beginning of cancel culture, which is close to cancer culture.
Yeah.
That we have today.
Yeah, and he appeared on an episode of all things, The Angry Video Game Nerd. I want to say it was a year or two ago, something like that. He appeared as the villain Fred Fuchs. He was a game designer who worked for, I think it was American Zoetrope or whatever. He was with the Coppolas, doing the Bram Stoker game. But apparently that caused a backlash against him, and they were already pissed off because James has said, oh, the Ghostbusters with all women? Yeah, I'm not going to go see that. That's a movie that nobody wanted. I'm not going to spend my money on. I'm not going to waste my time. Fuck you.
That's
Oh,
right.
he's a man, baby. So then he had Gilbert Gottfried on. He just gave all these assholes the ammunition they could ever need. They started going after him, and what has it done? Fuck all.
Well, he died.
Well, not Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about against James Rolfe.
Oh, yeah. That first Ghostbuster thing was just fucking stupid.
The new one's awesome.
I am not.
Don't bother with the 2016 film.
Yeah, I am not supporting any movies that have any woke horse shit in it anymore.
Nope.
I'm
I
done.
keep my money in my pocket where it belongs.
I'll just write my own books and entertain myself.
Yeah, I'll go and I will spend money to go and see Paramount movies because Sonic 2 came out. It's a lot of fun. Woke bullshit is virtually non-existent. I mean, yeah, it's got the diversity angle in the cast or whatever, but they're characters that you actually like to watch. They're entertaining. And Jim Carrey going back to just doing what he does, which is being funny and being rubber-faced and ridiculous and doing it quite well.
Good. And do you know how many downvotes the new Lord of the Rings thing has now?
Didn't it hit like 3 million downvotes?
3 million downvotes. If it gets any worse, they're going to have to start paying people to watch it.
Oh, you mean like Disney buying up tickets in their theaters so they can make people think that movies like Captain Marvel actually sold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And Disney's like 150 billion in debt. They're fucked.
It's like 55 billion.
55 billion?
It's huge, yeah.
Yeah, they're fucked. I don't know how they're going to get out of that one.
Well, I guess they're just going to have to go over to the Orient, get down on their knees, and aim to please, if you know what I mean, because that's basically what they've been doing anyway.
Yep. And they need to no longer be looked at as an American company because they don't.
Right.
They do not care about the youth of this country, the people of this country, and they don't respect the laws of this country.
No.
Therefore, in my opinion, they need to either be radically reformed or broken up or just flat out shut the fuck down.
I'd be fine with all them, all the above.
In my opinion, what do I know?
They could open up a new park in Shanghai.
Yeah, well, I have it.
Disney World!
Yeah, the new
You come
ride.
inside! You come inside! You get inside! Most wonderful place on earth, motherfucker!
Don't worry, here's your hotel room. We're gonna weld you in for a couple months.
Yeah, it's no
You'll
big
be
deal.
fine.
You got
The
pickle
best
pots,
ride.
bitch!
The best ride is Crematoria Mountain.
Pirates of the Crematorium.
Right. There you go.
Jesus fucking Christ, we're terrible.
It's okay. With every ticket to Disney World, you get a free hooker outside of your hotel room. Hello? Suki, get the fuck out of here. Okay, fine. Fucking white bastard. Most wonderful place on earth, my ass.
Dude.
I know, we're terrible. But hey, sign up for your kids for Little League. Goofy's groomers. They're really looking for somebody. They're looking for a ringer at the plate.
Oh my God.
We're so fucked up, man.
The Disney diddlers.
Lord, I apologize. Be with the pygmies in New Guinea. Amen. Speaking of which, everybody's heard about this morning in Brooklyn. Is it safe to say that word has gotten out?
Well, there was an event.
Yes. I want to say, gas bombs, whatever, bombs found. Multiple people shot after man opens fire in Brooklyn subway station during rush hour. Bombs found. Suspect, a stunning and brave BIPOC male.
Have they arrested him yet?
From what I have seen here, there's no updates on that front. The most recent article here linked was from the New York Post. 29 injured. Attack around 8:30 this morning. At the time that this article was posted, he had been on the lam for 4 hours.
All right, so he was wearing a vest, a gas mask, and a tool belt.
Yes, multiple explosive devices found. I love this guy here. He looks like he's taking a selfie. Well, it's like, oh, look at me with the blood, bro. Oh, social media, cloud, Instagram. Oh.
Yeah, and what you see in that picture, see that blood?
Yeah.
That blood's been on the ground probably less than 5 minutes. Because there's a certain point when you look at blood, it goes from being red and it turns like this dark blackish color as it oxidizes.
You ever seen Blood in the Moonlight, Pop? It appears quite black.
Well, I had to pick up. I was the NCOIC of a cleanup that of a mortar attack that hit the unsecured prisoner camp inside Abu.
Yeah.
Like 360, 350 people were wounded, and 105 were just straight out killed outright.
Yeah.
All right. So after they got all the wounded stabilized and got them the fuck out of there, they were all burned out. And they're like, "Hey, Pop, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. You're going to pick up dead bodies." I'm like, "Fuck."
Damn it.
Yeah. I was the second wave. The first wave worked only 35 minutes. And then they pulled them off because people were like crying and vomiting. And then my team went in there and we finished the job because I turned it into a joke fest.
Well, that's kind of how you do it.
Yeah. Because it was really bothering me. And it still bothers me to this day. But I remember being the auctioneer because we had to fill these body bags. I'm like, "All right, I need a head here. I need a head. Give me some head. Anybody got a head? Head. All right, there's a head. All right. What in this bag?" And I had like a little thing, and there was like a little cardboard thing, and I'd be like, "Okay, there's a head. All right, I need a torso. Anybody got a torso? What do you got? Okay, half a torso. That'll work. All right, 2 arms, 2 legs. 2 arms, 2 legs. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, the arms don't. Fuck it. There's 2 arms. Throw it. We didn't care.
We got a bunch of bodies here. We can't tell whether or not they're male, so we need. All right, there you go.
And then you'd have guys start doing the. And I'd be like, "Oh, we got to puke it here. Got to puke it. Got to puke it. Step off the side. Puke. What you got to do? All right, Rick. That is how I did it.
Cut him off.
Total cocks.
That is how I got. That is how I got through it, man.
Hey, you got to keep your chill, right? We've talked about that many times.
Yeah, and I'm going to be covering this at the CME when I talk about mental toughness.
Excellent. But hang on, I really like that one. But there we go. Yeah, I think she needs to reach a little farther under the seat.
Wow.
It's important to bring up.
Okay.
We all saw the headline, so we know what's up here. Mm-hmm. And according to the people in charge of the media, this never happens.
Yes.
Right? Unfortunately, if you take a look at all of the mass shooters from 2021, it happens all the time.
All right, so there's a white
One
guy.
of these things is not like the other.
2 white guys. 3.
Just doesn't belong.
Hang on. 4. All right, 3.5.
3.5.
4.
And don't forget, some of these mugshots might have made their way across the desk of CNN and gotten whitewashed before they were published on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only seeing maybe a couple dozen, actual like white faces that pop out at you.
If that, man.
Yeah. I love the old guy in the second row at the end.
Or this guy right here. It looks like Santa Claus went on a hardcore bender.
Yeah. Woo.
I can't stand these fucking kids with the damn toys.
Fuck you!
I'm gonna burn this whole fucking place to the ground. Ho ho, motherfuckers!
Yeah, and look, man, we got violent crime skyrocketing in blue city and blue state shitholes.
Yep.
And quite frankly, we're going to talk about the gun thing here for a second.
Yeah.
All right. If you go on YouTube, you can hear this haunting sounds from Shanghai where they have millions upon millions of people locked in their fucking homes.
It is messed up.
And the reason they're able to do that is because their population doesn't have any fucking guns.
Yep.
Yes.
And that is exactly what the Biden administration wants for you.
That's absolutely true. And listen, we saw what happened with the BLM and all the crazy shit going on. All right. That is it's going to continue to happen because our culture and our civilization is not stabilizing. It is only going to get worse. Yep. And guess what? The police don't have to protect you or your property. All they really do is after it all calms down, they show up, They take a bunch of fucking pictures. All right. And then maybe they put together a suspect list, and there you go.
Yep.
So
they process the scene.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
That's it. No one's protecting you. You have to protect yourself.
Yep. And so I have to ask, is anyone else just a little bit, what's that word, suspicious that this shooting happens less than 48 hours after Biden announces his little ghost gun grab by executive order, which means that it's going to last all of about 15 seconds before it gets smacked down by SCOTUS?
Well, SCOTUS just got a new ferry put in charge.
But it's just repaired. It's just replacing somebody else who would have voted exactly the same way.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I can say is,
I mean, these aren't kiddie porn.
Once they take away the Second Amendment and they take your guns, you are nothing but serfs, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, you could total up all of the gun-related shootings in this country going back 50 years. It would not even come close to the number of people who were slaughtered by their own governments in the 20th century alone because they didn't have guns.
That's absolutely correct.
Right.
Yeah, disarming the
By
populace.
the way, Representative Thomas Massey's a happy guy. He's not suicidal.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah, hashtag Thomas Massey did not kill himself.
But like right after Germany or Nazi Germany came into being, they collected the guns.
Yep.
And then a few years later, they started rounding fucking people up.
Yeah. Australia called it a government buyback. And we all see exactly what's going on over there.
That's a huge clusterfuck over there, man.
It's just a bit.
Wow! All right, let's do an inventory.
Hilarious.
What do we got?
All right, we'll do a quick inventory here, just in case you didn't, if you were wondering if this has any, legitimacy whatsoever. Far left activist David Hogg, he said he's going to be there at the White House. Yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah, apparently this is going to modernize the definition of frame or receiver and help close a regulatory loophole associated with the unserialized, privately made firearms that the administration claimed are increasingly being recovered at crime scenes across the country. Never mind the fact that most gun-related crime is committed with firearms not registered to the person who fucking has it.
Well,
so it doesn't matter.
Here's a way you can get around this, right? You make the ghost gun, and you put a fucking serial number on it. There you go.
Well, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The reason why they're going after ghost guns is because, let's be honest, the government is the real threat.
Correct.
If they had any respect for the Constitution whatsoever, they wouldn't constantly be wiping their asses.
I mean, all right, let me explain this to people out there. Putting together a ghost gun is not that hard. If you have an IQ of 100 or higher, you can figure it out. And you could do it with a lot of tools and jigs and so forth that you can buy at Harbor Freight or wherever. And what they do is you get the lower receiver and only 20% is finished. They give you the schematics. They tell you what to do. A lot of times they give you the jigs and tools to do it yourself at home. And once somebody does that, they realize just how fucking easy it is. It's not that hard. Okay, you can literally 3D print all the plastic parts of your AR-15, do the ghost gun lower receiver, and build it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and listen, you can actually get a milling machine. It's going to cost you a couple grand where you take the block of aluminum, drop it in there, and it builds the whole thing for you. That could be done too.
Hell yeah. Ghost guns are where it's at, gentlemen.
What's the supply chain crisis for milling machines right now?
Yeah, I know. I myself
crisis for everything.
I myself have turned in my firearms for fishing poles. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I thought you lost him in that boating accident.
While I was fishing.
Right.
Of course.
Got it.
Yeah, he was fishing for a place to hide his guns.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Shit. You want to do a quick roll call?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Twitch, 78. How you everybody doing over there? D-Live has got 75. The gift game is strong. We got Rizola with 10 lemons. Thank you very much. 69. It's a good number. Currently watching on Odyssey. 40 on MGTOW.tv. Do a quick reload over here on Rumble. 577 currently watching on Rumble.
Fuck yeah.
And 636 on YouTube. All right.
All right.
Thank you all very much for tuning in with us tonight. And Benedict, you have a blog, if memory serves, yes?
Yes, I have a blog.
Where can everybody find you?
Well, it's www.bennytibercato.com.
BennyTibercato.com.
Yeah, BennyTibercato.
All right.
It's only got 3 posts on there, but I'm a slow writer. I'm writing a bunch of different posts, and I'm just like a perfectionist, so it's taking me a while to actually publish.
I understand. And
but trust me, it's worth it.
Yes. And Cato is going to be talking a lot more once we go to new tech. The man knows a lot of stuff that YouTube probably would not like aired on their platform. So we're going to stick to the subjects, and then we're going to go to a full-fledged interview style when we jump over to new tech. Right after we talk about...
There we go.
It's a perfect lead-in, really, to interviewing you, Cato. Glowy ops. 2 men acquitted and a hung jury for the other 2 in alleged Whitmer kidnapping plot. Oh, say it ain't so.
All right. Let me chime in on this here.
Of course, that's what we're here for.
All right. So 75% of the people involved
might have been more than that
were named in this whole so-called Whitmer attack were either working for the FBI or were informants for the FBI. All right.
They engineered literally the entire plot from the top down, bottom up, and every shitty layer in between.
Well, like for instance, when Trump lost the election.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Trump lost the election.
Yes.
He didn't get as many scoops of ice cream.
Literally, like 6 or 7 weeks later, my phone rings, and it's a couple of buddies, and the FBI is calling them to talk to them about me. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Give me their number. I call them on the phone. I go fucking meet them. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, are you trying to raise an army to overthrow the government? And I go, literally, I'm like, I look at the guy. I'm like, all right. Can you say that again slowly? Because sometimes stupid doesn't stick on the first pass. And they all start laughing because they know it's bullshit. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to start a prepper group, and I named it badly in the beginning because I was going to call it, Pop's Infantry or some shit like that. And they can't have that, so I changed it to Pop's Preppers because I'm trying to get...
That sounds a little more family-friendly.
Well, that's what I told them. Like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. One, I can't even remember shit. I fucking can't stand up for more than 2 fucking hours. All I'm really good at is running my mouth.
No.
I'm like, what? What the fuck? So they're like, yeah. And so I'm pretty sure I'm still on the list. It's not a big deal. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just talking shit.
Oh, my God. This is just the funniest shit ever, though, man. Like, Whitmer is such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And the Republicans in our state actually had the balls enough to go in and pass legislation with a supermajority and overrule her ass to remove her emergency powers because it was obvious she was never going to give them up.
Correct.
Here.
That's the only reason why we're not forced to wear masks in our own fucking home, because if she had her way, that's exactly what we'd be doing.
Here's another thing about the FBI thing. Let's go back to that for a second. All right. If I was to come across plans or somebody told me they could do some crazy fucking shit, like blow up a building or some crazy stuff, I don't want to see anybody die. I don't think I would cover for those people. Like, hey, you're fucking that's fucked up, But I'm just saying, some people, I can tell you this is how the Whitmer thing kicked off, right? You had some people around a fire, and they're fucking, fuck this bitch. Because
they might have been drinking a few of these.
Yeah, that's what veterans do.
Yes.
We get drunk, we sit around, we talk about old times, then we talk about shit that pisses us off.
We've never seen that on this show.
Yeah. And I'm sure somebody's like, we should probably go kill that bitch, that fucking motherfucker. And then somebody's like, kill a bitch?
Kill the bitch?
Well, I could probably make some side cash if I involve the FBI.
Oh.
And then it went from people like just bitching around a fire to what happened. And this is just my opinion.
Yeah, let me introduce you to my 15 friends who in no way are affiliated with any alphabet agencies to assist you in your plot.
All I know is some people actually came out and took the plea deal.
That's very unfortunate for them. Yeah, from what I understand, that is absolutely correct. Let me jump in here. Yes.
Yep.
So your Ty Garbin pled guilty and is serving a 6-year prison sentence. Said the plan was to get Whitmer and cause enough chaos to trigger a civil war before the election, keeping Joe Biden from winning the presidency. He sounds like a plant to me.
Yep.
That seems just a little... I mean, this sounds like pure propaganda bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion. I could be wrong.
I wonder if they had him on something else.
It's quite possible. Caleb Franks pled guilty, testified for the government, who were among the 6 who were arrested in October 2020 amid talk of raising $4,000 for an explosive to blow up a bridge and stymie any police response to a kidnapping, according to trial testimony. These are probably, glowy ops, too. They're going to wind up disappearing from prison and wind up in witness protection somewhere under the names Jose and Pablo.
Well, 4,000, you can get enough material to take out a bridge.
You could do it with soap, man, if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I would know or anything. I'm just saying. And of course, there's just whining here, from today, Michiganders and Americans, especially our children, are living through the normalization of political violence. That's fucking hilarious. Comes from Whitmer's chief of staff, Joanne Hulls, and said in a statement after the verdict, did your boss, or did she not, march with BLM?
Yep.
In the middle of an over $2 billion streak of property damage, murder, and mayhem.
Normalization of political violence.
Well, listen.
By the governor.
Yeah, the normalization of political violence. Don't forget, this never happened. It was a plot.
Right.
This isn't the normalization of political violence. Politicians taking a knee in African tribal robes, but by the way, the same tribal robes worn by slave traders.
Yep.
That's normalizing political violence. This is not.
Well, here's another thing about this political violence thing, is what they don't understand. One person with not that much cash and a whole lot of motivation can end anyone.
Yeah. We've seen that.
Once the I don't care light goes on, if that person doesn't care if he lives or dies,
they move forward at I don't give a fuck speed.
Yeah. Bad shit happens.
Yep. But this is not the only instance of alphabet agencies pulling shenanigans, and I'm sure Cato knows all about shit like this. Fake terror plots, paid informants, the tactics of the FBI, entrapment in question. This is going back 10 years.
Ruby Ridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
David Williams in this case is specifically the talk of this particular article. We're not going to go into these things in detail, but all sources available on Redonkulas.com. Feel free to check it out. It is from The Guardian, so take it with a grain of salt, but it does break things down pretty well in this case. And then, of course, you've got even Rolling Stone, the peddlers of the UVA rape hoax, call the FBI to task for entrapment. I love how they say inventing terrorists and letting actual bad guys off the hook.
Yeah, look at that.
Right.
Who in the fuck is going to tattoo shit on their face? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow.
Well, I suppose this guy is probably hooked up with this chick, and he tattooed those things on his face so that he would know that fucking her was only the second dumbest thing he ever did.
Jesus.
Woo!
You don't care about me monetized anymore, do you?
No, I don't.
Wow. It is. We're just telling the truth, man.
Yeah, because we're assholes.
Well, no,
I often wonder about the FBI. I mean, they used to have such a great reputation, and without entrapment, I don't know what they have.
Honestly, because of, the origin of their story was prohibition. They shouldn't even exist anymore.
Right.
Once that was done, once they had Capone and whatever else the fuck it is they want, they shouldn't exist anymore.
Right.
But
no,
it's
they
like,
never should have.
No.
Well, they were they're tasked with protecting everyone within the 50 states.
Yeah, except now they're just...
They did a great job at 9/11 now, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody could talk to each other.
Right.
People had to testify behind fucking screens. I mean,
Right.
come the fuck on, man. But
And now they're just full-blown circle jerking. They are glory hole attendants for the establishment, as we know from the Steele dossier story.
Oh my God!
All the false intel and media contacts were flagged long before the FISA warrant. They lied to the fucking FISA judge, used it anyway to spy on a sitting president. The FBI is guilty of fucking treason. True or false?
I would have to agree with you. At a minimum, it would be sedition.
Yes.
But listen, if you violate OBSEC, and the NSA guests will back me up on this, they will fucking crucify you if you're just a normal schmo.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, wasn't there a Navy dude?
Yeah.
Got 5 years in prison just for taking a photo near the engine of a submarine?
It got part of the control panel, from what I understand, was in the picture. 5 years.
Yep. Hillary Clinton shares bona fide confidential information on an unsecured server that sits in her bathroom, where she takes a maniacal dump on a daily basis, I'm sure.
Like, when I heard that, I'm like,
No
okay.
charges.
Of all of the rooms in the house, what is the worst room to put sensitive electronics? I know, the fucking bathroom.
This is where I keep my shit. Literally.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa!
Unbelievable.
The alphabet agencies in this country are completely off the fucking chain. They need to be dismantled and reformed from the ground up, and there should probably only be one.
Well, in my opinion, they are being weaponized by this current administration to go against the civilians of this country. Do I think they need to be completely obliterated? No. But it probably would be a good thing if you took the top 3 or 4 tiers of leadership and fired them or retired them and just get them the fuck out, and then bring people in that are fresh.
Yeah. And I would say term limits in Congress as well.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, and here's another thing that would be really good for the FBI. The guy who runs the FBI, right? They basically have a lottery of all the sheriffs in the country. And the guy if you want to be a sheriff, here's your FBI participation number or whatever. If they pull your number out of the hat, you're no longer the sheriff of that county. You are running the FBI for 2 to 4 years.
Oh.
And that way,
I wouldn't wish that on them.
You still have a law enforcement guy up there, but he doesn't have any fingers in anybody's fucking cookie jars. He doesn't owe anybody anything. Yeah. He just wants to put bad guys in fucking jail doing legitimate bad shit.
Yeah. If we had a consistent rotation of leadership across the board in this country, it wouldn't get rid of the corruption completely, but it would make it more difficult to keep the grease flowing, because you'd constantly have to be greasing new palms every few years.
Yeah, and if you grease the wrong palm and they say something, you're fucked.
Yep.
I think the FBI should just be their crime lab. It should just be reduced to national things that could support law enforcement around the country. Like their excellent crime lab, forensics, psychological profiling. They could keep Quantico and they could train, top cops, sheriffs, detectives, whatever. But all the stuff that they're doing in so-called law enforcement, no, that's unconstitutional.
Yeah, it is.
If you ever saw the Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he's J. Edgar Hoover, the only interesting part of that movie to me is, like, in the beginning when he's still quite young, he has to keep going before the Senate subcommittee, and this one particular senator, I don't know if he's based on anybody real, keeps grilling him over the existence of his national police force, and it's like, yeah, if only somebody had listened to that argument back then.
Yeah. Oh, even then, you have. Let's just talk about Elon Musk for a second over at Twitter. Did you see the fucking article coming out of the Washington Post? after it was announced that they were thinking about putting him on the board of directors. Well, I think the time has come to really think about whether or not we want billionaires having a finger in the pie of free speech. I'm like, whoa!
Wow.
Is your paper, or is it not, owned by Jeff Bezos, who, by divorcing a woman because he cheated on her, created one of the richest women in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. The lack of self-awareness coming from the leftoids is just, ugh. And I think Republicans are fucking cowards. So it's like, I'm a,
There's some non-doing fuckers.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's like, I am not, I wouldn't call myself a Republican, but I am most definitely anti-left.
I would put myself as a conservative libertarian.
I can go for that.
I am a registered Republican, but I usually don't give them any of my fucking money. And in the past 18 months, every time they call me for money, I call them fucking traitors, and I hang up the phone.
Oh, that's great. I could just imagine that.
Hi, Terrence Pop. This is Janet with the National Republican Committee. Can we count on your donation this year?
Okay, we'll have to go with a big fuck off.
So I'll put you down for 3.
That's pretty much how it went.
Oh, man. But last thing on Whitmer before we go do super chats and then jump to new tech, because this is just too funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've been noticing a trend that there are lawsuits coming down the pipe in Maricopa County, if you haven't been keeping track.
Yes.
Now, nothing to do with the, safest, most secure election in history. Don't worry about it, right?
Yeah, the insertion of a hand up the ass of our current sock puppet president.
Yes. But there's tons of legislation passing through multiple states admitting what happened without outright coming out and saying it. One of the reasons Whitmer is such a piece of shit is because when bipartisan legislation came across her desk, this was in October, to expand voting, to actually make it easier to vote, but they had to prevent internet access to the poll books during elections, veto.
Yep. Because hypothetically, I might have gotten my hands on some transmissions between Coble Hall and some servers in Germany, the Middle East, and down in South America.
Yep.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's totally normal, though, right? Safest, most secure election in history.
Hypothetically, they could fuck off.
Yes. I like that this sums it up beautifully. Tori Sachs, executive director of the Michigan Freedom Fund, said, Gretchen Whitmer vetoed common sense bills that would have made it easier to vote and harder to cheat. You see where that caveat comes in?
Yep.
She blocked reforms that would have helped senior citizens cast their ballots and legislation that would have protected both the state's voter file and voters' ballots on Election Day. And not long after this, from what I understand, I don't know how many thousands of dead people were discovered on the rolls here.
Quite a few.
Yeah, it was enough to turn things just a bit.
And what I have to say to that is every militia group or patriot group in America at the midterms, you need to be present at the problem polling places, and you need to be there in force. Don't be there onesie twosies. You be there in 200 to 500 fucking people.
Yes. When the Michigan gubernatorial race happens, and in any state where they tried to pass common sense voter laws like this, where it was vetoed at the gubernatorial level by these leftoid shitheads, militias need to be there watching the polling stations, making sure they don't pull the same shit. I'm not saying what kind of shit they're pulling, because wink, wink, nudge, nudge, honk, honk, that never happened. Just saying.
And when they shut down and they're like, oh, it's okay, we're shut down, you can go home. No. Pitch a fucking tent, stay the fuck there until the next day, have a guard watch, whatever. But this is very fucking important for this nation.
Yep.
Okay, now I predicted this. I predicted we're going to see a bunch of these little very small movements to try to bring back the confidence in the vote. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, we're fixing this and we're fixing that. Because they really want you to remain the sheeple participating in the fucking rigged game.
Yeah. They're going to wait until absolutely nothing can be done to fix the situation before they finally come out and admit it. Or when they're finally ready to 25th Biden.
Well, no.
That'll be it.
Here's another scenario. Let's just say the two-way rifle range kicks off. You're going to see all these people like, well, I don't know. They're going to try to make all these last-minute changes. Well, it's not. And listen, don't fall for that shit.
No.
If it kicks off, you take it to the end.
Yes. And remember, just because they give you back something doesn't mean that isn't temporary. If you remember, just last 24, 48 hours or something like that, Philadelphia became the first city to bring back indoor mask mandates. Why? Because legislation was not passed to make sure they couldn't fuck up your life again. We didn't get our freedoms back. We just got a temporary pass for political convenience. Don't forget that.
Absolutely correct.
Pitch a fit, make sure legislation is passed, tell the Republicans to take their balls and resecure them out of their wives' purses, put them back, hopefully with, sewing needle and not with Velcro.
A super glue exists for a reason.
Yes. Do your fucking jobs.
Yeah, glue those fucking balls back on and stand the fuck up.
Honey?
And here's another thing. All right. If you are elected to the federal government from a certain area, I rarely ever hear of these politicians talking to their constituents about what they fucking want or the problems in their area or valid concerns that they should focus on.
Look at the trucker convoy in Canada. That entire situation diffused without Trudeau ever once sitting down and talking to these constituents to find out what their grievances actually were. Because he knew he was wrong. He's a puppet for the World Economic Forum, and he's a piece of shit.
I'll go with that. I'll take a piece of shit for 500, Alex.
What is Justin Trudeau? I think it's rigged. Again.
That dude's a fucking idiot.
Yes, he is. Not that, Fidel Castro is his dad or anything. I mean, It's not like his mother was a bona fide hooer who threw her shit around.
She was literally boner fide.
Yep. She passed that pussy around more than Democrats like to sling the words racist, sexist, and homophobic.
She's got all the different types of HPV.
Heavily penised vagina.
All the viruses and the acronym for heavy penised vagina.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was the president of the Glory Hole Union.
Yeah, is she dead?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean, sooner or later, the hippo-hiv was going to get her.
Oh, yeah, starts climbing up real slow.
Yes.
Turns off your kidneys, and corrupts all your organs. Yeah. Bummer.
Just shrivel up and die from the inside.
I'm sure it was pleasant and well-deserved.
Like feminists after the age of 40. Not that we know about that or anything.
Stop! Don't touch me there! This is my no-no square! Stop!
You got to make me do the dance every time, motherfucker.
Why wouldn't I?
You bastards!
Son of a bitch! All right, would you like to do a quick roll call and do some super chats, good sir?
Yes!
Yes, and then we can go to New Tech and let Benedict Cato unleash some hell, because I'm looking forward to this. 97 currently watching on Twitch. Oh, Kodiak 155 called Justin Trudeau Castro's penis prize. It's a fortification trophy around these parts. 93 currently watching on D-Live. We got 81 on Odyssey. 50 on MGTOW.tv.
That's a little light.
Yeah, a little light, but it's all good. 715 currently watching on Rumble. And 742 on YouTube. All right. See, when you get to YouTube and Rumble, all of a sudden those numbers just blow up.
We're just under 2,000. Not bad.
I like it. Wiggle Wagon threw in a lemon over on D-Live there, and Coach Iron Pete there with an I Love White Girls gif. I don't know, man.
Yep.
You can't say that on college campuses. You might get your scholarships taken away. Just saying. All right. For some reason, the donations on Odyssey are not loading up for me. I'm going to do a quick reload here. Fingers crossed. Yes! All right. We got Francois Le Chatain. Good evening, dear Mr. Pop and Herr Kleiner. I'm just letting you know that I finally got a new supply of good beer last Friday. I thus get to raise my bottle of Alexander Keith's to both of you and to your guest, Benedict Cato. That's right. I am a man being originally from Quebec, living in Ontario, and enjoying some fine product of Nova Scotia. That's 3 different Canadian provinces for you. Sounds good, and thank you very much for the $60 super chat. Winning. You are the man, sir. Thank you so much. Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell. Ghost guns don't exist because ghosts can't physically hold guns. Alexandria Occasional Cortex.
They talking about all-out cunt with the mule teeth? I love it.
Yeah, the woman who was terrified of the garbage disposal in her new apartment.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what this is, and I am terrified.
Just throw your eggshells in there, you stupid bitch.
Yeah. To make sure you turn the water on.
God. Water? Indoor water? Oh, wait, I'm a bartender. I forgot. Chief Kick-a-Bitch of the Slap-a-Ho Nation.
Yeah.
The Chinese have resorted to eating their pets. All dogs in China are now chow dogs. That's
Listen, they've never stopped eating their pets.
Yeah.
There's some dog, cat-eating motherfuckers. So.
Yeah. You know how
Well, they've got footage of bags of cats in Shanghai.
Yep.
Like they're just taking them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to write a new cookbook. Remember how Elizabeth Warren had Pow Wow Chow? Now China's got Bow Wow Chow.
Oh, dude. This Bow Wow Chow.
I'm sorry.
That's just fucking horrible.
That was a bad dad joke. I'm going to just go over here and cry. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm going to do this instead.
You bastard.
Jackal the Emperor. Another story about fuckery and downright dumbassery may be arriving Thought Thursday. All right. Along with a nice butt shipment.
All right.
Your butt folder on your PC overloaded yet, Blake? No. I got a whole
Not even
hard
close,
drive.
man.
I got a whole hard drive dedicated to ass.
How many terabytes of footage do we have now?
Let me see. I am on hard drive number 7 since we started doing this little experiment. And each one, well, like for the first few years, they were like 3 to 5 terabytes, but the last few have been 10.
Wow.
So we're going on like 40, 50 terabytes of information.
Ah, that's glorious.
And only like half of that is ass. Mark Von Knox 8.8. Please go to my channel on Odyssey. A channel is called Mark Von Knox 8.8. You won't regret it. Trust me. All right, everybody in the chat over on Odyssey there, check him out. Mark Von Knox 8.8. I'm guessing that's the version. What happened to the last 7.5? Like, you get all fucked up? You explode? You go to the glory hole? Get juices and moistiness in places where it's not supposed to be?
Man, they actually got injured by the toothless goat.
Yeah, somebody overswiped their moisture card. Bad news bears, baby. Calebon, what's up, you mongoloid monkey munching mungers?
Oh, God.
Oh, it's terrible.
Ugh.
I'm going to throw up a little bit in my mouth over that one. Munging. Oh, we just cracked 800 on Rumble. Thank you all very much for watching. Wayward Scholar with a $10 super chat. Good evening, gents. Good evening to you. And that's going to segue beautifully into the first chat over on MGTOW.tv from Ass Monkey. Good evening. No, fuck you and your good evenings. You two need to get ass fucked by a big rubber dick. And he wants me to take him out this way. Don't hate me.
God, no. Jesus Christ! Stop! Ah! Ah! Ah!
It's been so bad.
Ah! Stop! God damn it!
I know.
That's just fucking horrible.
I know, but it's too damn funny, man. Billy Von Baum is the master of the deepfake.
Yes, he is.
I bow to you.
I was watching his little video, Punisher Pop, the other day. It's funny.
Oh, did you see the new one, Raiders of the Lost Pop?
Yes, I saw that one.
Some of the deepfakes are a little wonky, but then once it gets to the part where he's not wearing a hat, they get a lot better.
Yeah.
Although the AOC one was a little weird. At one point, you could actually see two mouths trying to fight for position. It's kind of like an ideal scenario for an athlete in college who's got two chicks at the same time, two mouths fighting for position. It's good times.
Yeah.
Not that I would know about that or anything. Crazy Uncle has got some emails over at the main email here. Disney Evil number 3. In the movie Frozen, there's a song every girl keeps singing, but they never understand it. The song is about a girl losing her virginity. The lyrics state how she's alone because she's trying to be a good girl, though it means she doesn't get to party like the others. But by the end, she ends up saying, fuck it. and how the perfect girl is gone after getting run through like the Holland Tunnel.
Wow.
You don't understand that women talk/understand in metaphors. To make it make sense to us, allow me to translate for thought to English. The cold they talked about in the song is actually the cold response she gets from others. Originally, this is the vitriol she gets from other girls that started giving out blowjobs at 12 and are ashamed of themselves, so they take it out on those that are not stupid enough to give up their most valuable asset for free. No reason or accountability. The cold at the end is the cold look she's going to get from good men that don't want to date a slag and from the family that are now ashamed of her. But of course, in her mind, she has no reason to be ashamed because she isn't accountable for the repercussions. And people wonder why I never allowed Disney into my house. Whoo! Hey, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Crazy Uncle again here. Since this is the second email, thank you, number 2. I find the Ukrainian Vlad Amir to be acting like your typical feminazi, which is interesting considering the structure of his government. What I mean is that at first he said he didn't want or need the U.S. or NATO. Now that he's in trouble, he started begging for help. But the moment he said those were not good enough, told them they wouldn't support him, he started with the name-calling. Now he's using social media to destroy any credibility other nations have because they wouldn't become Captain Save-A-Ho and rush to his aid. FYI, he's not a hero by any stretch of the imagination. He's a politician living in comfort while real men fight for their country. Yeah, I would agree. Didn't he just literally stage a high-profile photo op in a war zone, complete with, like, telephoto lens and flashes, and they stacked up the sandbags, you know, evenly on both sides so that the symmetry would be perfect? Fuck that guy.
Well, I'm not on anyone's side in this.
Well, neither am I.
But, I mean, both sides are fucked up. So, I mean, this is more craziness in Europe that could quite possibly drag us into another fucking world war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me most of the period before World War One because at that time,
we've learned
all the
nothing.
European intellectuals, they thought there's no way there's going to be a war among the great powers. They wrote books about it, you know, that we've reached this high European culture and we'll never have a war. And Gatling guns are made for shooting, you know, the colonials, right? And then, you know, this little thing in the Balkans got out of hand, you know, as it kept threatening to do, you know, in the years before 1914. And then, you know, they just stumbled into it.
Yeah, listen, we've learned nothing. We're going to do it again, except now we're going to fucking wipe ourselves out.
Right. And in this one, it's just very convenient because Ukraine, you know, has been very corrupt. And, you know, we all know that our politicians have been, and our, you know, other institutions have been using it as a money laundering operation.
Absolutely correct.
No, that's a conspiracy theory. They impeached Trump over that, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
And whenever that Ukrainian president is on, I always wonder about green screen, you know, like, you know, where is he actually?
Yeah. I mean, they can make you look like you're anywhere now if you know what you're doing.
I have a lot of people, like, get pissed at me when I do those Ukraine things. And, like, they seem to think that I want Ukraine to win. I don't care who wins or loses. I'm just
want
it over.
I'm just giving you the opinion of my opinion of what I am seeing.
Right.
And I don't get my sources from just one place. I literally look at sources from all over the world.
Right.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
And don't go for whatever the current thing is.
Yeah.
Well, I just look at the numbers of, like, the killed and wounded. I'm like, okay, that's propaganda. The number's somewhere in there.
Right.
You know.
All right.
Yeah, information from a combat zone is not really
No.
That's right. And as an intel analyst, it's my job to find the little nuggets of truth, and then put them on the picture, and then try to build the scenario of what's going on that fits those pieces of information.
Yes.
Right.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, because virtually anything coming out of Russia or Ukraine right now is going to be propaganda.
Yeah, it is.
And yet, in this country, only one side is being censored. That shows you where you should be looking if you want to find out where the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Mungo Harry. Hey, everybody. Do enjoy Ass Monkey's BBC.
What?
No, man, it's just a news station.
Ugh.
Love it. Let's search for this. British Broadcasting Network. Did you mean big black cock? No! Fuck you, Google. Fucking groomers. Crazy Uncle again, number 3. With all the food issues coming in the next year, I'm wondering if either of you have got your gardens in. Or even if you can, given your circumstances. Regardless, since Pop has had to force down MREs, meals rejected by the enemy, he can tell you there's a secret to living off survival food. Hot sauce, and I don't mean the bottle in Killary's purse.
Yeah, Tabasco goes a long way.
I keep hot sauce in my purse.
I'm totally not pandering to the minority vote.
Yeah, we had a guy
Whew.
actually throw one of those tiny bottles of hot sauce in the fire when I was in the Army. And it boiled and blew up.
Oh, no. It's like a gas bomb when that happens, man. It's like it's like tear gas.
No, it blew up, and like bits of the plastic top came off and went in this dude's eye.
Oh.
And it had so much, it had hot sauce on it. He thought his eye was fucking. He had to get the bottom line. He got sent back to the aid station.
Oh.
To get his eye irrigated, and it took him 3 days to recover.
I've had, I've been in a situation where I was out for a bike ride. Decided to stop at my brother's house. This is back when he was married. Put the bike in the garage, and then I go inside just to say, hey, because I borrowed his bike. Thank you very much. I'm going to walk home, and his stepson is in the kitchen cooking something on the stove, and he's pouring the hot sauce directly onto the skillet.
Oh,
so it's aerosolizing as I'm walking in, and I took a big, deep breath as I come in because I've just got off a bike. It gets in my eyes, in my throat, and I'm like, it was like tear gas immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you? You're supposed to put that on the food after it's cooked.
Yeah, I've made that mistake.
And he's standing there like, what?
Because he probably does it all the time, and he's used to it.
Well, he'd like drink pickle juice out of the jar and shit.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with that kid. He was like 15 at the time.
He's suffering from dumbassitis.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
Crazy Uncle says that he's got a true WTF Wango Tango, but he's going to save it for a more appropriate time.
Okay, cool.
Always look forward to those. Pop, why is it that I can get more red pill content out of an old Army cadence than I can from most influencers? If you don't believe me, try singing Yellow Bird. Oh, and one more thing. Drink.
Okay.
You sing Yellow Bird?
I can't sing Yellow Bird.
Okay.
I mean, I've sang that cadence. I know what it is. And I think we covered this a couple shows back.
Yeah. Ass Monkey at Mungo Harry. Damn straight, it's bigger than Pop's dingy dong. Or the king dong that he likes to eat, 4 in his mouth at a time.
Shut the fuck up.
Ballistic Zero's got a $50 super chat.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Hey, fuckos. And welcome back, the Miggy prodigal son, Baleka. Or Balake. Should be how you pronounce it.
Balake.
Also, rip to the best meme maker ever, Gilbert. He shall be missed. Yes, he shall. Today is a shifty day, so I'm drinking because I got problems. Yes.
I've been there every day.
Every day.
Got it.
4 in a row from Crazy Uncle. Woke BS is not the only in theaters. Not only is it showing up in kids' shows, but I see it in advertising as well. It's so bad I'm one of many that boycott the business, and as the cuck Darth Vader said, let them die. If you have to, kill it. Actually, that wasn't Darth Vader. That was Kylo Ren. I can't believe I know that. Fight crime. Shoot back. Damn right.
Yep.
Pop, you think you're on a list? We're vets, you crazy 18 series. We're all on the list.
I know. I got to be on so many lists.
You're on a lot of lists.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Did you hear how Russia has been charged with the use of chemical weapons? The chemical weapons plants were in Ukraine, and they were hit with artillery. What the fuck did they think would happen?
Listen, I've read the reports. They're coming from Mariupol, and who knows? Who knows who did what to?
Yeah, it's fuck it. Last one from Crazy Uncle here. 2-way live fire range means feminazi /SJW/WTF LOL LGBTQ welfare queen burn loot murder. All those gangs that are paper tigers will disappear faster than a pizza at Pop's house.
And you do not come to their aid.
No.
You let them stew in their own fucking problems that they created for themselves.
Let them scream. Let them Because what's going to happen to them is exactly what they've been begging for. They're going to take it like the brown shirts. Oh, Ballistic Zero, let's not offend can't understand normal thinkers by calling them AOCs. Okay.
Gotcha.
Got it. Kiro Ninja Double O, Pop, all politicians are no different than your local streetwalkers. You have to pay them so that they will do what you want. The higher the donations, the more they will listen, allegedly.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's correct.
Yeah. And that's why whenever Biden or any of Democrats are like, we need to tax the rich. Sure. Read the bill. Look for all the loopholes because it's going to have more than a block of Swiss cheese because these motherfuckers will never, ever tax their donors. It's not going to happen. Not without loopholes or ways out of it that are easier than Michelle Obama at a frat party.
That's why you hire accountants.
Yes. Aparatus, let's get Billy Von Baum on to make an AOC donkey deep fake.
Oh, my God.
Like Shrek?
I do not want to see that. He's talking about a donkey show.
Oh.
No.
Like Juarez?
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny how you know
Not
about
that you would know or anything.
that is some shit that scars you for life, bro. That's bad stuff.
Yes. Hey, Flan07 says, a leftist said you should be on a list. My retort, I'd be insulted if I wasn't. I like it. Channel 1-800-DUMB on YouTube. Love to the big grunt and Blakey and the boys. Auto likes on lads. Too many streams at once, but this is life, fellas, and we are growing. Blakey, make your aim diligent and kiss your lad every night. I always do. He's a good kid.
Yep.
Cross Stuff with a $5 donation. Thank you very much. Philip Oliver Holes.
Nice.
Makes me laugh every time. One of my soldiers passed away in a rollover accident in Cleveland. He was cut off, and he avoided the accident at the expense of his life. Oh, shit. Raise one for SPC Colm.
Specialist Comb.
From Staff Sergeant Tietzel.
It's probably a young kid, younger than 22.
Damn.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks. Channel 1-800-DUMB. For the wrenches, they're demonetizing everywhere, and it's very disgusting. Okay, Blakey, give me some Mickey Mouse.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh.
Did you know that the core characters that made up Disney are under an extended copyright?
Oh, like Goofy, Donald, all that.
And there's actually more than that. There's a lot of
I'm
older
sure.
characters. And looks like Florida is going to try to overturn that so they lose the patents on a lot of that. Because you can only have it for so long.
They've been allowed to run roughshod over that state for long enough. And
Yeah.
what have they
Right.
done with that opportunity? Trafficked kids.
Correct.
Make them pay.
Yep.
Right.
Larry Bentley.
Oh, that's a maternal fornicator. Oh.
Yes, it is. Digital Demonic Davros. Hey, Poppin' Toxic. I believe women now roll their eyes even when not consuming meat. If Depp wins the bad courtroom 6-week show, he may save more males from the end of line that is disproportionate.
Absolutely correct. And, I want to see him win because it's about time these bitches with these false allegations pay the price.
This has been going on way too long.
Yeah.
We've all
Wait,
known
is
the
this,
truth
is this
now
still
for
the
years.
Johnny Depp case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he wins and gets his $50 million out of that cunt.
We've all known the truth for years. She needs to be in prison at this point.
Well, like,
She's
okay.
malicious.
He was married for 14 years to some other, I don't remember her name. But not one time in 14 years did he ever get violent. I think he yelled like 2 or 3 times.
All of his exes, Winona Ryder, and Newman, like come out and they're like, no,
Nope.
never
no way.
happened. That's not the Johnny I know.
Well, the thing is, I mean, if you make it to 50, everyone and their mother would know you're a fucking wife beater by that point because you don't change your behavior.
No.
Now, all of a sudden at 50, we're supposed to believe he's out beating bitches up. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah. Not going to buy it.
I didn't buy it when I heard it. I'm like,
Keith Peterson referring to David Hogg. We call him Camera Hogg in South Florida, but I painted on again, man.
they all are.
I see nothing wrong with it. Kenji 1090 with a $20 super chat. Biden, no, you can't make your own guns. Me, allegedly. 3D printer go. Or
Yeah.
if I have the correct sound effect here, I can actually be 3D printer go.
I have an associate of mine who's actually working on an invention, which is a 3D printer that prints in molten metal. That will be cool.
That'll be very cool. Shark dentures, Biden day number 1. There's a food shortage coming next year. Day number 2. You need to give up your guns before next year for your benefit. Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Thumper, the sweaty fat guy, how you doing, you fucking genius? We have a jarhead at the VAUP up here who looks a lot like Whitmer. Trying to get her to make some parodies for my channel. She gets dirty looks often.
You know what? If you can pull that off, we could use her for some skits down here.
Hell yeah. So she looks like a transsexual. Just remember, gentlemen, if she's got an apple, she's probably got a banana.
You're just fucking totally right, man.
I just pulled that one right out of my...
Gentlemen, if she's got an apple,
She's probably got a banana.
chances are there's a banana in the basket below. Just,
Or a zucchini.
well, it depends
A
if he's,
cucumber.
if he's melanin challenged or not.
Oh, my Lanta. Speaking of stunning and brave transsexuals, on Thought Thursday, the entire new tech segment is going to be devoted to responding to a piece of phenomenally stupid hate mail. If you guys haven't been watching us on New Tech yet, make an exception on Thursday. Trust me,
It's going to be
worth
good.
it.
Oh, my God.
It's absolutely going to be worth it.
Yeah, I remember. Can you just read my response?
Well, you were half in the bag when you...
I know, but I mean, it was still being half in the bag. It was kind of okay. I was. That's why I forwarded it to you, because
Well, if you think you're something you're not, you're delusional. Fact: the suicide rate pre and post op are the same. This community makes up 0.5% of the gross population. I will continue to talk about it all I wish. Please do not try to explain insanity to me because I'm not insane. Please feel free to stop me anytime you wish. I'm easy to find, but a word of the wise: come equipped and bring friends. Also, the root word phobia implies that I have a fear of something, which I don't. And while you're at it, fuck off.
that was Evil Pop that responded.
Oh, but we have so much more to talk about. It's going to be glorious. I can't wait. FNFAL is my right arm. Hey, Pop, if you want to get rid of student loan debt, then get rid of the Department of Education. They're a useless, fiscally wasteful agency.
Absolutely correct.
And they are definitely not educating kids.
No, they are not. They're indoctrinating.
The fact that we have a federal Department of Education now is the reason why governors can pass bullshit executive action mandating LGBTQ WTF LOL be taught to kids who aren't even old enough to know that they shouldn't pick their fucking noses in public yet.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is we're starting to see the ugliness that has become the socialists that are now the Democratic Party.
Oh yeah, we are.
Okay, I mean, this is serious shit here, and they're going after your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You should really get involved and fight this shit tooth and nail because it's horse shit.
Yeah, Democrats, if you honestly think this is going to be a winning issue for you, just keep doing what you're doing because you are poking the bear.
Well, hell,
we all know what happens when
New
you
York
poke the
wants to get rid of all natural gas and propane.
And Washington is doing the same thing.
How the hell are they going to fuck? Okay,
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
We are going to see a mass exodus coming out of these places.
Well, my thing
The only
is
thing
this.
missing will be Moses parting the Red Sea.
Well, I want to see the acres and acres, thousands upon thousands of people with torches and pitchforks show up to fucking get these people out of office because they're out of their fucking mind.
Yeah, fuck them. Keith Peterson wants a nice butt, and that might be one of my favorites tonight. Well, from the side, she's got a nice shelf.
That's
You could put a cup
got
of coffee.
boxing gloves.
Yeah. Oh, what? What do you think she's gonna do? Beat you?
No, I just, I mean, she's all right, I guess.
Joel
She forgot to
Son.
tape up, though.
Yes, true story. Oh, in the glasses.
You bastard.
I think your ex-wife left this here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm going to get you
Gonna get me
sued. I'm
fucking
sorry.
sued, man. Stop it.
Joel Syme, look up Eugene Debs, a communist in the Democratic Party, and the Pullman rail car strike, then Union Pacific Railroad financial problems. Hearing
Okay.
all about those. We got a buddy down in Texas who works for Union Pacific. He keeps me posted. Effing great show tonight, but... Oh, hang on. Keith Peterson loves his butts. Jonathan Nagy would love to see how triggered leftoids would get if they heard the "My Girlfriend's a Vegetable" cadence. I haven't heard this one before. Do you know this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it. We got to do it.
No, I can't remember it verbatim. I haven't sang that one.
All right. Well, we'll think on it. You know, use the whiteboard up there. Write stuff down if you need
God
to.
damn it. I didn't like that one. That's why I don't really remember it.
Gotcha. Could I find it online?
You probably
These things
can.
We can find
My
online.
senior drill sergeant at basic training could do that one perfectly.
Yeah.
I can almost remember that.
Oh, my girlfriend's
right.
a vegetable.
Army Study Guide. Okay, here it
My
is.
girl's a vegetable.
Yeah, she lives in a hospital.
She lives in the hospital.
But I would do anything
To keep her alive. Yeah, we know that it's keep her alive.
That was the main. That was the main chorus. Right?
She has no arms and legs.
The thing is, we
That's
think
why
that
we
this
call
is
it
triggering
that.
just by itself, but in reality, leftoids are triggered by the first line, "My girl is a
Yes.
vegetable," because we're assuming her gender.
She has no arms or legs, and that's why I call her Pegs.
I mean, she's a vegetable, so she could identify as a turnip for all we know.
No, I remember this cadence quite a bit. They sang it a lot in 9th ID, not so much when you get to the Rangers or anything like that.
Each time she takes a breath of air, she sounds like Darth Vader. It's just sick grunt humor. You guys are terrible. It's awesome. Oh, shit. Joey S. Pop, why don't you guys get Gonzalo Lira back on? I want your opinion on what he has to say. Ask questions.
Yeah,
Gonzalo
that is
Lira.
what that is Coach Red Pill, right?
Gonzalo Lira? I don't know.
I think that's Coach Red Pill over in the Ukraine.
Okay. Well, I'll have him on. Why not?
Well, he's kind of busy right now.
A little bit. Yeah,
Middle of an invasion.
yeah he's trying to stay alive, things like that.
Yeah.
Shark Dentures. Wait! I shouldn't pick my nose in public? Well,
Well, I hope Coach Red Pill is doing okay in Ukraine.
oh, so do I.
'Cause,
The picking your nose in public thing, I've noticed that there's a lot of people out there who, when they're driving their cars, seem to think no one can see them.
or they don't care.
Well,
That's my
I mean,
favorite.
What are the chances that it's somebody you know, right?
Everyone picks their nose. That's just the way it goes. Sorry.
Oh, did you see once a long time ago there was a viral video at a basketball game. Guy was picking his nose like right behind the announcers, and he's like, and then he goes, and then he goes back to the game, and then he looks right back at the camera and winks.
Nice.
Like, I think he's trolling it. I approve this. All right, that wraps up all the super chats so far. We are going to cover more later. But, oh, hang
I
on.
saw that one.
That's kind of flat.
Good Lord.
Ooh, that's
There
good
you
one.
go.
Yeah.
That works. We're going to take a quick piss break to empty all of our squirrel bladders, and then we're going to let Benedict Tiberius Cato unleash the fury on new tech with a whole bunch of butts and good times. So follow us on over there. If you don't know where to find us, look in the chat on YouTube, and I will paste links that you can click to follow us over. Just one last thing.
God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And yet he can't take his eyes off it.
Fucking horrible, man. God damn it.
I know, I'm an asshole.
All right.
It is what it is. Go empty your squirrel bladders, refill your menageries. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
It.